Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Base. Check out this is how we do text me. Man, that does battles. You know what it is? Know what it is? It is. The only place go get it. Only place go get it is right back in the basic. Check out the this is how we do text me. Man, that does back. You know what it is. Real man rise up, fake man rise down. Real woman rise up. Fake women rise down. Press the word preacher, preacher on. Man, I know it's back. You know what it is. And today's topic we're going to talk about is no more. I saw a preview of commercial. It was showing Sway and all the rest of celebrities that have a difficult discussion to talk about domestic violence, sexual assault. I get that. But at the same time, instead of asking how to fix this and how to stop this, but ask them why they did what they did. Ask them. Ask them straight up. They will never give you an answer. I tell you why they do the stuff they do. Because in their mind, they think they can get away with it. They think that nobody couldn't stop them. I had a person tell me, after all the stuff that I go through my damn neighbor, he told me straight up, don't call the police. Hey, what can they do? This is a white guy actually come up to me and said that to me in my face. In other words, if he could do it once, he could do it again. So that's arrogant. Because frankly, he is saying, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't have that's heartless. That's the person you need to get away from all time. Because those dudes, those type of people right there, they're not going to change. They're not. And good people are always getting hurt. And why I saw this, and I see this firsthand. They got to stand up to bad people because they got to understand these people are a part of you. They just your opposite. Everybody got a good side, a bad side of them somewhere. Even yourself, you got to look at that. But I'm not saying this is not right. And it's not right. It's wrong. And it's something that needs to change. Even though what goes on that Chris Brown and Rihanna thought, I don't got no love for Chris Brown or Rihanna because they both should have been responsible to keep their hands to themselves. And I'm going to make that clear. If you don't want somebody to hit you, don't hit that person back. Because I'm going to tell you something. And feminists, where these so-called feminist women group at if they cared about women like they say they do? Where the hell they were when Anthony Casey killed her first child? Where were they? Nowhere to be found. That tell me right there, feminists did a lot of stuff, a lot of damage, and that's the difference between feminists and feminazis. Feminazis, women, they don't care about that, but feminists do care what concern. But they should have come around and asked about, because they're going to make women like it's okay to kill their own baby. I even heard a white woman outraged and say, I couldn't believe it. They let the woman go, knowing she was guilty, knowing she got away with murder. And the woman, she couldn't let it go because she knew this is wrong. And I don't blame that. But that's another thing that people need to discuss and start thinking about. The reason why people do what they do because they know they don't care. They know they can get away with it. It's just like people killing somebody. Once they kill that person once, they can do it again. That's how arrogant they can be. They like that type of stuff. They like drama. They like to keep stuff going and want you to respond to them back. This is why they can do the things they do to not only to women, even men sometimes. Why? Because they think they can. And they know the people whoever the people decide to protect them. And they know who the corrupted and corruption people are the ones protect these kind of wrong people. And they need to do something about them. Because I'm going to tell you something else. It will never be peace between good and evil. Only way it's going to be peace between you, it need to be bring a battle skill, bring a battle back to life. That's the only way that's going to happen. They need to understand why they become the person they become. And it starts here. Don't use people. Don't lie to them. Don't hurt them. Because sooner or later, it's going to come right back on you because you're going to become the villain, not only towards they become the villain to themselves, you can become the villain towards yourself and start vilifying and vilifying other people. That's what villain means when people say villain. I don't condone domestic violence and I don't condone sexual assault. Sex is a beautiful thing. Because of that, sex been taught is evil and it's a sin. But I'm going to tell you something. In the Garden of Eden, when Eve eat the bitten tree of that fruit and she had sex with the damn snake, and you see it today, This is why a lot of women become single mothers. And I'm not saying it's their fault, but when it happen to this way, they better get with the right kind of man who get the right kind of key. And he's the door. You're the key and you're the door. You can open up for him. Because if you don't do that, to give the right kind of key from the right kind of person, you're going to open doors from the wrong key into the wrong person and the wrong somebody's hands. I'm telling you right now, this is why a lot of this stuff is taking place. I understand that you got Sway and the rest of them want to speak about this. Believe me, I even saw my sister firsthand been domestic violence. I even saw it. And it hurt the hell out of me because it hurts me, a man. I never understand why it's okay for doing this. And it's not. Women need to be worried about this because I'm going to tell you something. Them good men, they're going to be gone. Don't think it won't happen because it will. They're going to become assholes and bad boys. And that's what you're doing. You're turning them, the guys that you're dealing with. You need to direct at them. Because if you don't do this, they're going to keep doing this time and time again. You don't need to be interact with these kind of wrong people, period. I don't care if they deserve chances. They need to prove themselves, but some they won't do this kind of stuff anymore. And that goes the same thing as men. Us as men, we need to change our act. Because I'm going to tell you that right now. I've been taught to respect women. And what did I do? I still get shit on. But you know what? That's the way it is. I don't hate women for that, but I just don't like the stuff, not only that women does it, us as men, we do. Just like the good woman. No matter how much she does of cooking and cleaning and doing the things she do, she's still gonna get fucked over with. And that's a shame. I appreciate that. I've been out of dates for a couple of years. I've been dating sisters, white women, and sometimes Latinos women. And I always treat people respect as much as they treat me. I never sexually assaulted women. I never was brought up like that. I was always brought up respect by not just from my father, how to deal with women, how to handle females. But my father, not only my father, my mother taught me how to treat women, how to talk to females. And I love my mother for that, and my grandmother on top of that. But this is something that people just can't ignore. This is happening every day in our society. And they're going to say, you know what? What's the point of being a good guy? And I'm going to tell you, they're going to be looking stupid. I'm telling you right now. They think that being a good guy is soft. And it's not. The real soft is the dudes not taking their responsibility. The real guy that's soft, that's beating up on women on purpose. The real soft is the guy that having babies all over the different women. It's more acceptable now in our society. It's more acceptable. They put it on TV, and women still sexually exploited right now. I can't tell you how many times I go to the internet, and I still see women be sexually exploited. Still doing it to this day. Have it changed? No. It got worse. It got far worse and worse and worse. And believe me, and I'm not saying it's not right. I can't stand domestic violence, but this is double standard. There are men been double standard. That's something that women got to talk about right here. Because but as a man, you're being taught not to hit women. Because if you hit women, you're going to jail. Walk away. Leave it alone. But sometimes it's not simple. Because once you walk away, the woman still hits you. Same thing of a female. If she try to leave a man, he still try to go after her. And that's messed up. And that's really messed up. And don't think that a woman, she going to protect herself, because she will. If a man going to do the same thing, because they're going to say, oh, he shouldn't. But why is it that? But I understand why it's that females are more soft than men. Yeah, but all women are not innocent like that. Just like men are not innocent like that. There are good women and good men out there. But they need to protect themselves at all costs. They got to. By the wrong type of wrong ass people. But why is it that if a woman been attacked, been domestic attack, she gonna attack that person back, and best believe she will do it if she get to a point and get tired. But if a man been sexually attacked for no reason, he can't hit her because he knows she's a woman and he's a man. And what they gonna spend? And let's say if he could report a police and say I've been assaulted by a woman, guys gonna laugh. They're gonna laugh and they're gonna think this fun, and it's not funny. Because what might happen, this woman going to stab this man. What might happen, this man going to shoot this. What might happen, this woman going to shoot this man. Don't think these women don't do this, because these women, all these women are not good. Some of them are good. Some of them can be evil. Some men can be good. Some will be evil. Let's make this clear. It's always a double standard. This is why women and men will never be equal in this country. Everybody wants to be equal. Black, white, Latinos, Asian, gays, women, men, everybody wants to be equal. Everybody wants to be equal. Believe me, I'm all equal qualities of everybody. But we got to be honest with this issue. We can't ignore it, because we're going to do it. We're going to make the problem more worse. And it's going to come to your doorstep, and you're going to say, oh, Lord, we should have did this. But you wait to the last minute, and it's coming at you like this. Thank God I never put my hands on a woman, and I shouldn't have to. But I'd be damned if I let a female threaten me. And it's not right. Just like it's not right for a man to hit a woman for no reason. The domestic violence, the women feminists is itself to start the movement. They got to speak out on this. Y'all all about equal, but if you want the same equals as men, and men want to be equal with you, you got to do the same thing for men. That's what made men and women in the first place. God created men and God created women in the first place. But instead, they kill and produce, not having babies. It's painful to me when I see this. It bothers me when I see women being abused. Don't get me wrong. But then, when you try to help that person get their stuff together, what do? They turn around and they throw it back at you, making it look like you're the one that caused it. And you got guys do the same thing. When a woman trying to get yourself together, what you do? Now you want to attack her because you make it seem like she did something to you. But you should have get with the person the ones that done to you in the first place. And that's a coward who don't want to do that, because deep down they wish those kind of people they involved with would be like the more people they interact with. They should have thought about that. They should have thought about that years ago. These people are not going to change. They're going to be the way they are, and that's just to be the way they is. It always has been a double standard between men and women. Men would not be here if it wasn't for women. And I thank God if it wasn't for women. Just like women should thank God if it wasn't for men. Where do you think this whole kitchen is? This whole sex industry is? This whole babies, food, baby food, diapers, clothes, all that stuff you think about is women things that women do. Shopping. Couple of women's stuff. A lot of that comes from women. This world would be sad if there's no women. It wouldn't be the mother of earth if it wasn't for women. Let's be honest about that. And it wouldn't be father of the universe if the one that when it came out of the mother as be the father. The father is raised the woman, and the mother raised the earth of this planet. And best believe that. And I always taught them to respect women, and still does. But I got to be careful now, because some people just don't appreciate it. And I want women to be careful how they was brought up respect, because some folks don't appreciate that. They don't. There are a group of people just don't care anymore. That's just the way it is. And I know it's a discussion to talk about, but you got Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige abused her damn husband. She abused her damn husband. And then she turned around, but you should have kicked you should have whooped KC ass after what he did to you. And then you turn around and you did that to him. You know better than that. That you owe it to that man that you with. But it's still not enough. You should have healed those wounds that done something to you. You should have healed that. Then women need to stop interact with these type of guys that the ones they couldn't stand. You know who the men I'm talking about, but you're not going to do it. Why? Because you feel sorry for them. I'm not saying don't interact with them, period, until they get their lives together and not make it harder for anyone else. And that'd be it. But I doubt it if that's going to happen. Same thing, men need to stop interact with these hoes. And quit making it more harder for other women for they could get their stuff together. But I doubt if men are going to do that. People like to interact with those type of people who the wrong type of people they need to interact with. I'll be loosening off my left leg just to be with a woman who don't give a damn about me. What would a woman in the world gonna be with a man that don't give a damn about her? Just treated her like she just a worthless piece of meat that she is. Then you don't need to be interact with those people, those type of people for real. Love yourself enough, treat yourself enough to order to understand people been domestic violence and sexual assaulted every day. And how they gonna end this? And the only way it's gonna end this, and two people need to be honest with themselves. Two people. It only take what it takes. Like James Brown, he even said, they said it was a man's world. They said it was a man's world, but this man's world wouldn't be nothing if it without a woman, without a girl. Think about it. If it wasn't for men, it'd be sad if women don't have a man around. And don't get me wrong, it'd be sad for a man if don't have a female. Think about all the stuff that you get, the money, the car, the house, all that stuff you get. And where do you think that come from? A man that gave it to you. And that's got to stop sooner or later, years to come. But I doubt it if it's ever going to change. I doubt it. I see this firsthand. I never put my hands on somebody. I ain't got to. Because me, I hit a damn wall, but I hit a female. I'm a smart man. If I hit a woman for no reason, just like she hit me for no reason. Now, I can see I ain't never done nothing because whoever the man that did something to her, there are a group of men who do play games to women. But let's not get it twisted. There are women playing games, men, all the time. You see it in firsthand, and people promoted it all the time. They promoting it. And you hear this a lot. When a woman think of a good man, what does she say? She say the good man is soft. He's soft. He got more female qualities than me. She will leave him and take everything away from him. And good men know this. They know this what I'm saying. But them so-called rough heads, those other dudes, they wouldn't leave him. He would have left her. You see where I'm getting this? And this is true. This is true. Men do the same thing. The bad girl will leave him, but he would never leave the bad girl. I mean, he would never leave the good girl because the good girl gonna stick around with him. And I don't care what men and women get mad at me because we got to be directly honest to ourselves. What the hell are we doing? Because a lot of people running around acting like they're a hypocrite, and they is. This whole banning guns thing. How can hell people going to ban guns? And if they do, they're afraid that the crime is about to creasing up. They're afraid that people out here is going to steal stuff. They're afraid, just like the police. They anti-police. Look, there are good cops. Don't get me wrong. They need to take the cops out of the forces and put the good cops in. But if you say no cops at all, see, you playing right in their hand. You're saying we don't want to live in a safe society. You out of your damn mind, and you know damn well they're not going to let no damn gangsters and thugs go run the community. No. They're not. And you know that. Don't get me wrong. Thugs need to know how to treat people. I mean, cops need to know how to treat people. Not thugs. Cops need to know how to treat people. I agree with that. I can't stand crooked cops. As much as I can't stand a crooked politician. But once I can't stand even more as a person who's a low-life scum in the earth, just making it more harder for other society and other humanity in life. Or a damn thug or out hoodlum, and that goes to any other race. But you got these corporate thugs that's out here with a business suits on, get away with a lot of things, and they own the system. And they get right back in the job like nothing ain't going on. That's just the way it is. You can get mad and say that's not right, but that's how it is. People just have to learn to accept that. Me personally, I never forget, man. I love my mother with death, and I will defend her. I will lay down my guard to defend her, just like I will defend my woman, defend my niece. But my mother never forget when she told me this, son. There's women want a certain type of man. Women want a certain type of man. I never forget when she told me that. At first, I didn't think none of it when she told me, but then I started looking back, and now I see what my mother was talking about. Because some of the actions that females do. But why they won't look at this is the problem. Ladies, we need to fix this. Because we got the key, and we can have the power to change this. Same thing, men. We got power. We as men, we can do anything till we can raise ourselves up and not raise ourselves down. But what do? We raise ourselves down. We got tired of not become boys. We always want to become boys, but we don't want to become men. Just like women want to always become girls, don't want to become a full developed woman. All I can say to this, man, be honest with yourself about this, and we want to get to the real issue of domestic violence and sexual assault. Don't get me wrong. I saw this, and I defend my sister when the guy beat her ass and did her wrong. But who the guy she's defending is? It's the guy that done her wrong. It's her only brother that guard her and got her defense. And who the person she decided with? The men, her men, because she loved that man and she's scared to leave. There are women out here that do it today. Women will never leave these kind of men because they know that once they leave these men, some of these men gonna follow them, gonna kill them, gonna watch them. Tell me. But then you turn around and then you gonna do all the anger and hurt towards that man. Don't ever do that to a good man, and you gonna push that good man away. You gotta love yourself enough. Then you don't need to be with these wrong type of people if you know they're no good to you. You know it. Same thing, men. I don't understand men. How can they say they want a good woman, but yet you turn around and then you do her, you dog her, you shit on her, you treat her like she just worse and worse. I feel sorry for good women out there have to deal with this. But the ones that deserve it is them so-called bad girls. They ain't nothing. And those are the real worst of me is these damn fast women. They ain't worth it. They ain't nothing but hoes. They're not real women. They just making women look bad. Same thing these men. They not men that's putting their hands on these women for nothing. They making us all men look bad. And we need to deal with these dudes once and for all, fellas. But as long as there's women going to keep defending guys like this, they're not going to stop them. They're not. As long as their men going to keep defending these type of women, they're not going to stop. This is why good men and good women need to be with each other and build up happiness of life itself. They ain't got to deal with all this. Leave these type of wrong element, all these people the fuck alone if they can't get their stuff together. The bad girl, the bad women need to be together. They need to date. If they want to care about sex, money, and fame, that's all they cared about. I see this in first hand, and it's not going to change. More years to come. That I do need to change. But Mary J. Blige, she be the last one talking about domestic violence. I understand. I feel pain for Mary J. But I would ask her, why would you do your husband like that? Hey, all he did was love you and respect. But see, you're not used to those type of guys. You're used to the guys that's rough on you, do harm to you. This is why women like bad boys. You ever notice that why they like bad boys? Because they believe that the bad boy is the protector. They believe that the guy that's out there that's selling drugs on the side of the corner, they believe that dude is surrounded by a bunch of thugs that look at him. Oh, he's a man. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. I want to spread my leg and make my panties wet. Don't tell me these women don't do this. Because they do this. They do this all the time. And you're going to teach your daughters to do the same thing. Same thing these men. Why you think these men like to be with these hoes? You even heard it in a Ludacris song. We want lady in the street but freak in the bed. Luda even said that in the record. He honestly stated it that a bad girl. Who you think bad women he's talking about? Strippers, hoes, prostitute. He's talking about those women. He ain't talking about no church women. They'll use those women wrong like tackies. They don't want them. They want those fast women that want to freak it all night, freak it all day. Don't tell me about this world. This world is like that. And people betray that like it's okay. It's not okay. It's still a problem. And fellas, you're going to teach your son to do the same thing you're doing. You think I'm lying? You want to talk about no more, but no more yet. And two, people need to start being honest about this domestic violence. And have they ever done it themselves? Have they had family members who done it? Only way it's going to stop, it's got to stop the cause and stop the cause itself. But I doubt it's ever going to change. If it yet, it's got to be changed to come, or more yet to come, or better yet, no, or it's not going to come to change to come. There's no time to come from changing from now. So as long as it's going to keep continuing this way, nothing else is going to end that way until more years to come. Who hopes? Only future will tell. And that's all I got to say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Chuck of the Deuces. How we do this, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace and about.